Okay everybody, I'm going to give you an update on what I've achieved today on February the 12th, 2025. I have today spoken to Thames Valley Police and explained to them that my restraining order that was issued for preventative reasons only, not because I'd done anything, ends tonight at midnight. I've also explained to them that the bail conditions when they originally arrested me were normal child contact. I've also explained to them that their own officers were pleading with the mother to get my son to ring me for 6 months and she refused. And then the police officer at Thames Valley told me that they can't force her to do anything. I've explained to the police that restraining order ends tonight and therefore tomorrow I will be forced to ring the mum because my son hasn't got a phone. And all I want to do is speak to my son and tell him that I love him. The police have advised me and made a note on record that they are totally aware that I am simply ringing her to speak to my son. And that if she rings the police tomorrow to claim any sort of fakeness, they are fully aware I just want to speak to my son. The police are also aware that no human has ever heard from my son, including my mum and dad and my entire family, his football team and anyone that ever knew him, since the 15th of April 2022. So I'm just letting you know, people, the great news is I'm going to ring my son tomorrow and I will advise you what happens. I have also spoken to CAFCAS today. CAFCAS have given me an email address where I can now request the video interview made by their officer. Now, that is so important, and let me tell you why. My entire communication with CAFCAS has been a 2.5-minute video interview. Yet that CAFCAS officer in court 3 times stated that she interviewed me for 1 hour, 54 minutes on video. And she created a 45-paragraph report recommending that I write my son a letter once a month. It's disgusting. I can now request that video, and let me assure you, once I get a copy of that 2.5-minute interview, I will be suing CAFCAS because how dare they lie in a family court. They've told me the case is shut, but I can now request it. And that is so important to me. She asked me 2 questions in that video. How was my relationship with the mother? And about a parking ticket in 2005. Yet based on them 2 questions, she created a 45-paragraph report to the judge, and there is not 1 sentence of my entire 10 years with my son. So that's good news. And secondly, they've given me another email where I can make an official complaint about the CAFCAS officer that has basically abused a beautiful father. So from a real positive, I feel like the police are aware that I'm going to ring the mother tomorrow, and I've only done that so no one can make any false allegations, because I told the police, you reacted to a false allegation 3 years ago. You mustn't do it again. I've also told them I'm going to video any contact so no one can make any allegations. So I think today I feel a bit better knowing that tomorrow I'm going to try and contact my son. Now, as many of you know, my son went to private school for 7.5 years between the ages of 3 and 10. Yet today and for 3 years I have no idea where he's at school. I have no idea about his health, wealth and happiness. I today have rung 5 schools within the catchment area of where he's living, and none of them have my son at the school. Now my fear is his mother has taken my son from a private school of 7 years and has told CAFCAS she's homeschooling him. I would have thought that she would have reschooled my son by now, but it seems like she hasn't. And that's sad. So I'm just letting you know, people, tomorrow, after 3 years of pain, I'm going to be able to ring my son. Or at least leave a message for my son to let him know his daddy loves him and just wants to say, I love you, my son, and I've missed you. Let's see what happens.
If you like Deano stories and you want more, and you've got stories of your own that you want told, get in contact and we can sort something out.